Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naranjaiva Narottamam Devin Saraswatin Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktin Bhavatir Naichiti Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devagi Nandanaya Cha Nandagopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 3, text number 19, 2-3-19. The canto name is The Cosmic Manifestation and the chapter name is The Pure Devotional Service, The Change in the Heart. Please repeat the sloga behind me. Śva-viḍ-varāhoṣṭra-kharaiḥ saṁstutaḥ puruṣaḥ paśuḥ yat-karṇa-pathopeto jātu nāma gadāgrajaḥ. Word by word meaning, please repeat behind me. Swa, a dog. Viḍ-varāha, a village hog who eats stool. Utsra, the camel. Kharaiḥ, and by the asses. Saṁstutaḥ, perfectly prized. Puruṣaḥ, a person. Paśuḥ, animal. Na, never. Yat, of him. Karna, ear. Pata, path. Upetaḥ, reached. Jātu, at any time. Nāma, the holy name. Gadāgrajaḥ, the Lord Krishna, the deliverer from all evils. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Abhay Charnavar A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation, please repeat behind me. Men who are like dogs, hogs, camels, and asses, praise those men who never listen to the transcendental pastimes of Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa, the deliverer from evils. Purport. The general mass of people, unless they are trained systematically for a higher standard of life in spiritual values, are no better than animals. And in this verse, they have particularly been put on the level of dogs, hogs, camels, and asses. Modern university education practically prepares one to acquire a doggish mentality with which to accept the service of a greater master. After finishing a so-called education, the so-called educated persons move like dogs from door to door with application for some service, and mostly they are driven away, informed of no vacancy. As dogs are negligible animals and serve the master faithfully for bits of bread, a man serves a master faithfully without sufficient rewards. Persons who have no discrimination in the matter of foodstuff and who eat all sorts of rubbish are compared to hogs. Hogs are very much attached to eating stools. So, stool is a kind of foodstuff for a particular type of animal. And even stones are eatable for a particular type of animal or bird. But the human being is not meant for eating everything and anything. He is meant to eat grains, vegetables, fruits, milk, sugar, etc. Animal food is not meant for the human being. For chewing solid food, the human being has a particular type of teeth meant for cutting fruits and vegetables. The human being is endowed with two canine teeth as a concession for persons who will eat animal food at any cost. It is known to everyone that one man's food is another man's poison. Human beings are expected to accept the remnants of food offered to Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa, and the Lord accepts foodstuff from the categories of leaves, flowers, fruits, etc. Bhagavad Gita 9.26. As prescribed by Vedic scriptures, no animal food is offered to the Lord. Therefore, a human being is meant to eat a particular type of food. He should not imitate the animals to derive so-called vitamin values. Therefore, a person who has no discrimination is regard to eating is compared to a hog. The camel is a kind of animal that takes pleasure in eating thorns. A person who wants to enjoy family life or the worldly life of so-called enjoyment is compared to the camel. Materialistic life is full of thorns, and one should live only by the prescribed method of Vedic regulation just to make the best use of a bad bargain. Life in the material world is maintained by sucking one's own blood. The central point of attraction for material enjoyment is sex life. To enjoy sex life is to suck one's own blood, and there is not much more to be explained in the connection. The camel also sucks its own blood while chewing thorny twigs. The thorns the camel eats cut the tongues of the camel, and so blood begins to flow within the camel's mouth. The thorns mixed with flesh blood create a taste for the foolish camel, and so he enjoys the thorn-eating business with false pleasure. Similarly, the great business magnates, industrialists who work very hard to earn money by different way and questionable means eat the thorn results of their actions mixed with their own blood. Therefore, the Bhagavatam has situated these diseased fellows along with the camels. The ass is an animal who is celebrated as the greatest fool. Even amongst the animals, the ass works very hard and carries burden of the maximum weight without making profit for itself. The ass is generally engaged by the washerman whose social position is very respectable. It's not very respectable. And the special qualification of the ass is that it is very much accustomed to being kicked by the opposite sex. When the ass begs for sexual intercourse, he is kicked by the fair sex. Yet he still follows the female for such sexual pleasure. A henpecked man is compared, therefore, to the ass. The general mass of people work very hard, especially in the age of Kali. In this age, the human being is actually engaged in the work of an ass, carrying heavy burdens and driving tela and rickshaws. The so-called advancement of human civilization has engaged a human being in the work of an ass. The laborers in great factories and workshops are also engaged in such burdensome work, and after working hard during the day, the poor laborer has to be again kicked by the fair sex, not only for sex enjoyment, but also for so many household affairs. So, the Srimad Bhagavatam's categorization of the common men without any spiritual enlightenment into the society of dogs, hogs, camels, and asses is not at all an exaggeration. The leaders of such ignorant masses of people may feel very proud of being adored by such a number of dogs and hogs, but that is not very flattered. The Bhagavatam openly declares that although a person may be a great leader of such dogs and hogs, disguised as man, if he has no taste for being enlightened in the signs of Krishna, such a leader is also an animal and nothing more. He may be designated as a powerful, strong animal or a big animal, but in the estimation of Srimad Bhagavatam, he is never given a place in the category of man. On account of his atheistic temperament, or in other words, such godless leaders of dogs and hog-like men are bigger animals with the qualities of animals in great proportion. Hare Krishna. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshulmulidam Yana Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharani Nirvishesha Shunyavad Bhāṣāṣa Deshatarane, Jai Śrī Kṛṣṇa Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Śrī Advaita Gadādhara, Śrīvāsadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna. Today's sloga, it is talking about the men who are not in the path of spirituality. So even though they are in the form of men, in this men in the sense it is not only a male, it is also a female also. It is men means it is commonly it is called the category of human being. So they are like dogs, hogs, camels, and asses. Why they are called like dogs, hogs, camels, and asses? Because they don't have the spiritual enlightenment, and they are only what they will do. They will praise the men who never listen to the transcendental pastimes of the Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa. Basically, they are praising the atheistic people. For example, the atheistic people like politicians. Some of the politicians in the current situation, those guys are saying that we wanted to destroy Sanatana Dharma because it is bringing the caste system and it is bringing the unequanimity. So we wanted to destroy the Sanatana Dharma. Those kind of people are there. So the people, the men, some of the men, they are going and supporting and clapping whatever they are speaking the nonsenses. And there are some people overall the sinisters and the sportsman. So those people also they are some are not supportive with the not a spiritual enlightened people. They are just like being the materialistic way of life. They are going to live. They are living the materialistic way of life. And some of the people, they are very big industrialist. They have the very big very big followers behind them because why they are following? Just they will give some bread to them, some money to them. Because of that, there are so many followers for them. Wherever they go, they will praise them. So these people who are praising the atheistic people, those are not lesser than the dogs, hogs, camels, and asses. So, and the current education system. So, what we are doing, once we complete, we are saying that we are completing our degrees, our professional courses, and immediately we are getting into the job. We are going for the job, and many places the companies are denying. So, if you see the freshers who are completing the course, they are going to company they'll give their resumes to each company, and the company they'll run them away. So there is no vacancy like that, they will run them away. Even though they're getting a job in the big companies, what they will give a small amount of money, whatever they are earning. It is kind of a dog in a house, the dog is there, we'll give the little bread. So this Purport written some 50 years ago. So that time we used to treat a dog like a dog. It will be out of the house. We won't give much importance. But in the current Kali Yuga situation, we are treating a dog like one of the family member. So many are treating like the cats and dogs as a family members. They are speaking with the dogs and dogs as a family members. So those kind of people already they became since they are living with a dog and cats, there is no difference between dogs and cats and them. So they are also like an animal only. We can't categorize them as a human being. The human being is the discrimination between the cats and dogs. So cats and dogs should be, because they are the animals, so they should be treated as the animal. There is a purpose for that. See, the cat is there. They will grow the cat in the house. Why they are keeping the cats? Because there are sometimes there may be rats. To catch hold of rats in the house, they are keeping the cat. So they won't specially treat the cat. They won't give anything to the cat. The cat will come there. It will eat the rat and it will go away. And if you want the food, it will go away. It will go outside. It will catch hold of any rat or any chameleon and it will eat and that's all. The household person, they won't give anything specially for the cat. Similarly, the dog. So for the dog, whatever the remnants at home, they will give a small bread or whatever is the remaining food, they will give to the dog on the outside of the house. The dog will eat and it will stay in the outside. And what is the purpose of dog? If any thieves or any unknown person trying to come inside, invade the house, they are time to alert the owner, because sometimes the owner during the night time, the owner may be sleeping, and in the daytime, there may be owner may not be there, the men may not be there, women may be there in the home. In order to give the protection, in order to give the alert, the dogs are grown in they are used to keep their dog at a houses. So these are the purposes, the keeping the cats and dogs at home. But in the current situation, what they are keeping they are saying as a pet animal, and they are eating, sleeping, everything they are doing along with the cats and dogs. So those people are not less than cats and dogs. And Prabhupada here is again, he was talking about the animals, the hog in the sense, the village pigs. So what the village pigs will do, it will go to near to the ponds, because they've been doing the olden days, near to the pond areas, the village, there won't be a facility of a toilet and all. So that's for the nature calls, the village men, they will go near to the pond and they used to pass their stool and they'll clean their stool there itself and they'll come to home. So the pigs, they will go to that places and they used to eat the stools and they are enjoying their stools. And similar this, because there are some animals who eat stools also. And there are some animals who used even a stone also. That's what Prabhupada is saying there. So there are the animals, some animals eat everything, and whatever is available, it will eat anything and everything. So human being is not meant for eating anything and everything. So in Bhagavad Gita, in 9.26, Krishna is saying what he will eat. So since we are the follower of Krishna, we have to follow what Krishna says. So what Krishna is eating, only that stuff should be eatable for the human also. So Krishna, what we can offer to Krishna is in 9.26, Krishna is saying clearly, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhaktya prayachati tattaham bhakti upartam asnami prayatamanaha. So Krishna, what is saying in this sloka? If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit or water, I will accept it. So Krishna is not saying that one offer with love, chicken, mutton, and I will accept it. So Krishna not saying that all those things. Krishna wanted only a leaf. What kind of leaf he want? Tulasi leaf. If you offer the tulasi leaf to the Krishna, your so much of sins will go off. How many births there are, whatever our previous karma, previous sinful activities, whatever you did for that, if you offer a tulasi leaf, the lotus feet of Krishna, those sins will be eradicated. And a flower, whatever the flowers, if you don't have money and you don't want to search of mala and this and all, go and somewhere outside of the houses, some trees will be there. Get trees or plants will be there, flower plants. Get one flower and offer to Krishna with love. Krishna will accept it. And a fruit, if at all, if you have any fruit, whatever the fruit available, if you are able to purchase only one banana, maybe it will cost some 2-3 rupees. If you are able to offer one banana to the Lord or one mango, whatever the fruit it is available, you are able to offer to the Lord, He will accept it. Yes, Lord is looking for love, not the material things, whatever you are going to offer. Nothing you are getting, you can offer a glass of water. That is enough for the Lord with love. So that's what Lord is saying. If one offer me with love and devotion. So whatever you are offering, leaf, flower, fruit, or water, we need to offer with love and devotion. We should have that love in our heart, and with the devotion, if you offer it, Krishna is saying that I will accept it. The Krishna will accept it. So we can't argue that, okay, how come he will accept? We are not seeing that he is accepting. So we are offering the foodstuffs in front of the Lord, and we are saying the mantra and it coming out from the altar. Then again we are going after 10 minutes, we are 10-15 minutes, we are going and we are seeing the same foodstuff is there. How it is Lord is not eating at all. How can we say that Lord is eating? So for that, Lord Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita 3.13, Yajnasisthasinah santo mutyante sarva kilbishahi mujante te agam papa ye pajanti atma karanat. So what he is saying, the devotees of the Lord are released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice. Others who prepare food for personal sense enjoyment verily eat only sins. So this is again a great statement provided by Krishna. What he is saying that, so what is the devotees' activities? Devotees always, whatever they are preparing the foodstuff, first they will offer to the Lord. What Lord will do, even though you are keeping a Lord's in the altar, you may have the photos of the Lord. So Lord may come maybe in any form, because Lord is there everywhere. We know, overall understand the scriptures, Lord is there everywhere. In the impersonal form also Lord is there, and personal form also Lord is there. And how, see, we are all part and parcel of the Lord. How in our body, our soul is there. As long as the soul is there, any part of the body, if you touch, we immediately will get the connection. If somebody touching my body, in the legs, somebody touching in the head, somebody touching. From head to toe, if anybody touching, immediately you get the sense. Because we are staying in this body. So any part of the body will be touched, immediately we'll get to know. Similarly, we are also part and parcel of the Lord. Any part of the Lord in the universe, the entire universe, it is part of the Lord's body. So when any part of the Lord, any part of the universe, if you call out the Lord, if you remember the Lord, immediately Lord come to know that. How the senses are there, we are able to sense the touch. Similar way, Lord also can sense. So that's the reason we are ringing the bell and we are calling the God, and we are offering the footstep to the Lord. That is boga. We'll call it as boga. So once we offer the boga and we'll call the mantras and we'll ringing the bell. By hearing the bell sound, Lord will come and Lord will eat the prasadam. So eat that boga and he will make it as a prasadam. It will be again, if you after 15 minutes it will go, it has become a prasadam. So prasadam, how it will become prasadam? What he will do? Here it is clearly saying that whatever their devotees offering the food, he is released from all kinds of sins, because the foodstuffs are offered first to the sacrifice. So the first the food we are offering to the Lord, what he will do first, he will clean the sins on the foodstuffs. So what are the sins are there in the foodstuffs? So while preparing the food itself, there are so many microworms we are burning, because of the heat it is getting burned. Because even for preparing the food itself, even though you are preparing the sattvic food, vegetables with grains, that food stuff also, it has the sins, because we are killing so many microworms. Even the food stuff also, it has the life. So we are killing so many microworms and the living beings. So that is the reason it has the sins. So when you offer that same food to the Lord will accept it. Lord will eradicate the sin and he will accept it through his glands. Lord can eat through his glands, and it is not necessary that Lord need to empty the plate. It's not necessary. Even his glands, through the glands he will eat, and he will keep that as a remnant for us. So if you take that is a prasadam. If you take that prasadam, automatically we will get into the mood of bhakti. That's why Lord is saying in this sloka, the people who are preparing the foodstuff only for their sense enjoyment, they are eating only the sin. So that's what Krishna clearly saying, that whatever the foodstuff we are preparing, that needs to be offered to the Lord first. Then after that only we have to honor that person. We need to We are not saying that we need to eat the prasadam. We need to order the prasadam because that is the remnants of the Lord. The remnants of the Lord need to be honored, not to be eaten. So the person who is eating the foodstuff, preparing and eating for their sense enjoyment, what they are eating? They are eating only the sins. That's what Krishna is saying, that they will get a sin. So that is the discrimination between the animals and human beings. So human being, they know the prasadam need to be, first the foodstuff need to be offered to the Lord, then we need to take and we need to eat. And what are the foodstuffs we are supposed to be offered? That also Lord clearly told in the 9.26, whatever we saw in the previous sloka. So from these two slokas, we can understand that how a human being need to prepare, what kind of foodstuffs he need to prepare, and first what he need to offer to the Lord, then only he need to eat. This is the civilized human being will do. If the person not doing this, then what we will think, if your person is not discriminating any foodstuff, whatever the available he is eating, like animal flesh and whatever the eggs, this and that, those without discrimination, without offering to the Lord, that person, there is no difference between hogs and that animals. That's what this Bhagavatam is telling about such men. And also it is talking about the camel. So the camel, which is in the desert, it will eat the thorns. So by eating the thorn will pierce on its tongue, and the blood will come out from the tongue. But the taste is something different for him because of this own blood it is eating. It is drinking the own blood along with the thorn twigs. Then it is tasting something different. So that camel foolishly what he is thinking, that it is enjoying that. Yo, this is some tasty stuff I'm eating, but it is eating its own blood. So the human being also who are doing the hard work, they are also in the similar kind of in the camel category. They are like the camel, they are working hard, and finally what they are eating their own blood. So those kind of people also categorized as animal category. Bhagavatam says they are also the animal category. And the asses. So if you see the asses, it is with a joking maybe people used to say, if you wanted to move the ass, you don't want to beat the ass, you don't want to do anything. What the washerman will do, he will keep all his luggages on the back of the ass, and he will keep one stick, and in the one point of the stick, what he'll do, he will put a carrot, and the carrot he will knot the stick on the as neck only, and in the top of that, from the head only, you can see that the ass can see there is a carrot in front of him. It is lying, and it is what the ass will do. It will try to eat the carrot, and it will take one step ahead because it is seeing that in front of him there is a carrot. Then again, it will try to eat the carrot again. It will get the second step. Like that, without any washerman's about the as it is donkey, it is trying to eat the carrot and it will walk towards wherever the destination it will go. But finally, what will happen? Always the carrot will be in front of him only, but he trying to eat, but he completed the work of the washerman. So, and also the washerman, he won't go and he won't tie the as. What he will do, he will just do the acting only, like tying. So the as what he will think, oh, the washerman tied me here, so I need to stay here only. Now he will give some foodstuff for me. He will give some little grass to the ass. Why we are saying that ass is the foolish? Because the grass is available everywhere. You no need to work hard, and if you go out of that house, out of the washerman, there all over the places grass is there. He can eat, enjoy like anything without doing any work. But the foolishly what it is thinking that only this washerman can give the foodstuff to me, like that he was thinking. So that is the reason the people who are working like that, like asses doing the hard work for the sake of a small bread, those kind of people, the people are what they are commonly they are thinking that only this kind of owners only, that proprietors only give me the bread and butter every day. So I need to work for him as much as I can. So they are not less than the asses. So the today's sloka, it is talked about the men who are just praising those men who are the atheists, who are always thinking about money and sense pleasure. If you are praising that kind of persons, that men are not less than the dogs, hogs, camel, and asses. So what we need to do? We need to always praise the Lord alone. There is no other business for us. We have to praise the Lord. Automatically, all the need for our basic need for our life, the Lord will provide automatically. So please praise the Lord and be blessed and go out of this material world in this very life itself. Hare Krishna. Grandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai.